So normally at night when I am on my way home from work, or just at night in general if I'm not working, I talk to God and pray and thank Him for the blessings in my life. I have been wanting to kind of record it and go more in depth about it. I'm a little nervous to do that, but I guess that's what we're doing tonight. Because, I don't know, that's what we're doing. But I'm a little nervous and hesitant because I don't know if this is weird or like if this is like a private thing with God. Like I don't know, that sounds weird. I don't know if this is weird. I don't know if anyone cares to watch this or listen to this. And I don't know if I just don't want to do it wrong, but I don't know, just don't be a jerk, okay? It's as simple as that. So, normally, I start by saying thank you for today, and then I kind of go through my day. So, like today, I woke up and I was editing a video, and then, which I was feeling pretty good about. I was going through footage on my camcorder. That was exciting and fun. And then I was doing that for a bit, took a nap, woke up, it was raining, and I love the rain, so thank you for that. And then I showered, and then I had to go to work, and I had a good drive to work, jamming to some tunes, and then when I got to work, it was always good to see everyone, and it was a good chill night at work. So it was a pretty chill day today, but I just kind of go through my day and remember like what I did and smaller blessings. Like someday if there's just like a really cute person that I'm like, they just like made my heart happy, or like they said something nice to me, or whatever it may be. Like I think reflecting on my day just kind of helps me like appreciate it more. So I normally start by thanking Him for today. Say like, thank you for today, for every day you've given me. And then I talk about, like I say, like, thank you for a safe and loving home to come home to, my past and present day. So just like food, water, warmth, love, safety, and just a loving and good family to come home to. And then I say like, thank you for my mom, my dad, my sister, and Marls. I love them with my entire heart and soul, and I cannot begin to thank you enough for them. And I am praying that they're happy and healthy and doing well forever and always. And then, so that kind of goes with like the past for a safe and loving home to come home to, because now I live with James, so then that leads to thank you for James. I'm praying that he's happy and healthy and doing well, and just thank you for he is and has been for me. And just thank you for being in a relationship that I'm lucky enough to be fully content in, and I don't have to worry about. James just called me, so it's really freaking weird that I was talking about him and he called me. Actually, it's not that weird because he always calls me after work, but it's just weird that I happen to be talking about him. But anyways, he interrupted my prayer. Normally I just thank God for being in a safe relationship and not having to worry about feeling unsafe with him. And then that kind of leads to me praying for those who are not in a good relationship or in a safe family, or who didn't grow up in a safe and loving home. And then I pray for them, and that they find hope and comfort in whatever way they can. And I also just, I pray for the homeless, especially while it's winter. I can't imagine not having somewhere warm to be. So I pray for them, and I again pray for those, especially kids who don't have a safe and loving home to come home to. And I think that's everything in regards to that little section. And then I thank God for my other family, so aunts, uncles, grandparents, friends, family friends, and all their family and friends, whatever. So then I just say I'm praying that they're happy and healthy and doing well, and thank you for what they have brought to my life, and I guess just what they've brought to my life. And then I thank God for being here with me, and I thank him for just unconditional love, and for him always being there, and for, normally I say thank you for this wonderful world you've created, the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, the water, the lakes, the ocean, just all of it. Just thank you for this home that you've created for us, and just thank you for making life a lot less terrifying and a lot more extraordinary. So then after that, I have thanked everyone in my life. So then I normally go to 3 things that I do in random orders, depending, but I always do these after I thank him for the people in my life. So let's just start with I thank him for eyesight, hearing, mobility, breath in my lungs, and how far I've come mentally, so then I kind of, just for the sake of this, I'm going more in depth. So I guess just, I normally say like each and every one of those things is beyond extraordinary, and I have absolutely no idea why I'm lucky enough to have good health, but thank you for that. And then sometimes, depending on the night, I kind of go more in depth, like even right now, if I was immobile or in a wheelchair or whatever, I wouldn't even be able to like drive to work or home from work, or I wouldn't be able to drive if I was blind. I mean, like, so many like minor things that we don't even think twice about, such as driving, are just completely out of the picture for so many people in the world. And I thank him for being able to see the sun and see the moon and see the people I love smile and see the world. And I thank him for being able to hear music and the people I love laugh, and all of those things. I kind of go through it, and just being able to walk, like, thank you. And just all of those things. Sometimes I go more in depth, and sometimes I just do like the overall, like, thank you for all those things. But just thank you for all of those things, and thank you for how far I've come mentally, because I used to be in a really bad spot. I mean, it could have been way worse. It really could have, but I am very grateful for how far I've come, and how much better I am than I used to be. So I kind of go through each and every one of those things, and then that leads to me praying for the people who are not as lucky, who may be blind or deaf or paralyzed or immobile or just not in good health. And I pray that they find hope and joy in whatever way they can. And then I normally have like a separate little area where after that, where I talk about like those who are like mentally struggling right now, and people who are contemplating ending their life. And I don't know, it's quite depressing, and it makes me really sad every night. But it's important to say, I mean, whatever, but I normally just say, like, for the people who are really having a hard time staying alive and finding hope and finding a reason to keep going and whatever, I just pray that they find something to keep keep going. And normally, like, I don't know, like, I just say, like, please, like, take hope from me, like, I can handle it, and I don't think that's how it works at all. Like, oh, let's take some joy and hope from Emily Tomchak and give it to this person, but I think it just makes me feel better to maybe think of that. And because of the fact that I say that during these prayers, I think when in other times of life when I'm feeling down or hopeless, I think it makes me feel better to think like, oh, maybe like I'm just feeling down or hopeless because God needed to give a little extra love to someone else today. And I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but I think it helps me. I don't know. But anyways, so normally I just really pray for the people who are struggling right now, and it makes me really sad to think that there are people literally in this moment contemplating their life. But I pray for that, and I pray for them. And again, I thank God for how far I have come with that. And then I normally move on to thanking Him for the theater, which is where I work. And it was my second job, but it's where I've worked since I was 16. And I've worked there for like 6 years now. So what am I doing? I normally thank Him for the theater and everything that it's brought me, because it's brought me a lot. It's brought me a lot of wonderful people and a lot of wonderful experiences. And it is also, I think, literally the only place that I have ever felt confident. Like, I do not feel confidence really ever, especially not in school, especially when I got to college. Okay, really? I can't stand the freaking people who drive here. Anyways, I just like don't experience confidence often, really ever in my life. Like, even like when I played soccer, I was kind of ass at it. Like, I wasn't bad, but I wasn't good. And I kind of feel like that's just my whole life. Like, I'm not bad at it, but I'm not good. And so I have a really hard time finding confidence in anything, really. And the theater is the one place that I am confident. Okay, what? Sorry. The theater is the one place that I'm confident at because I feel like I belong there. I feel like I have a place there. And I know everything there. I know how to go about every situation pretty much. I know everyone there, and I know when there's new people, and I feel more comfortable like saying hello and approaching them because of how comfortable I am at the theater. And just all these things that I think just really help me have confidence or feel like I belong somewhere, as freaking stupid as that sounds, at a job, but it's true. And I'm just really grateful for that, because it's the one and only place I've ever experienced confidence, if that makes sense at all. But so normally, like, I thank God for the theater, because it's been such a massive part of my life. And especially, like, right now, I talked about this in a different video, but now that, like, I don't have my childhood home anymore and I live in Milwaukee, the theater gives me a reason to go back to my hometown and, like, be around that environment. And I'm really grateful for that too. And just everything that the theater is and was to me as a kid, like when I was anxious or whatever, like I always felt better when I went there. And I'm just really grateful for the impact it's had on my life and everything that it has brought me, including really good friends of mine, and people who got me through very difficult things. So I'm very grateful for that, and I thank him for just like the regular customers that we have that I've gotten to know, that they look forward to seeing me and I look forward to seeing them. And and then I pray for those people, like those regulars that I've grown to have a relationship with, and also just like all the employees, all the customers. I mean, I know that's so broad, but like I just feel the need to do that. I don't know, but I just say, like, praying for just everyone I've met, everyone there, every aspect of that, I guess, and just thank you for that being a part of my life, especially because I'm not going to work there forever. I don't want to, but I'm just trying to appreciate it while I can, and I know it's coming to an end, and that's really freaking sad to think about, but like I have to leave at some point, and it's not, I mean, that's just how it is. So I don't know. So I think that, especially knowing that my time there is definitely coming to an end. So I don't know, just all of that, that's another like little section of that, just thanking him for the theater and just everything that it's brought me. And then the other one in this like section of the prayer is school. I thank him for allowing me to go to school, and I mainly am talking about college, but I mean, not everyone gets a high school education either, and I feel like we take that for granted, but not everyone gets that, and it is pretty extraordinary to be able to read and write and learn, like, know about things. Like, that sounds so weird, but like that's an incredible blessing. And so I thank him for school, and I thank him for being able to go to college, especially for something that I truly love and desire and want to do. I mean, so there's different layers to that too. There's people who don't get to go to college at all, who want to and just don't have the money for it. So I pray for them. I pray for the people who do have the ability to go to college but might have parents who are not allowing them to do something that they truly want to do. I pray for them. I pray for the people who are going to college and who are doing what they truly love and desire, but it's just not at all what they thought college would be, because that's kind of how I was. Like, I was lucky enough to be able to go and to go for film for what I want, even though that's not necessarily a secure field and job to have or whatever. I was lucky enough to be able to do that, and I still didn't make many friends, and I didn't make them until my last year of college. And I really struggled my first 3 years. I mean, I was in college for 4 years, and I really struggled the first 3. And what am I even talking about? I don't know. You have this idea of what college is going to be, especially because of what people tell you. I mean, it's not like it's the movies that I'm looking at. It's literally the people in my life, the grown-ups in my life, telling me that college was the most amazing years of their life and whatever. And they met their best friends in college. And my mom literally is still very good friends and hangs out with someone she met in college, and my mom is 50, late 50s, and they're still, I would say, best friends, one of her best friends. And college was just the time of their life. And sorry, I made it back to my apartment, and now I'm just adjusting myself. And I think, like, it's about, like, the actual stories that I hear from people in my life saying that college was the best years of their life. And it's not at all what it was for me, and it's not at all how I pictured it would be, and that was just really difficult for a while. I think this last semester helped me a lot, because I had friends, and I didn't hang out with them that much, but I did, we hung out and whatever, sometimes, whatever. And so I think that helped, but outside of that, I really struggled with not meeting anyone and not having fun, and it being nothing how I thought it would be and nothing how everyone else makes it seem like it's gonna be. And seeing people my age finding their best friends and having the freaking time of their life, and that's just not at all how it was for me. And that was just a really big bummer. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent, but that's kind of where that comes from. I'm also praying for those who maybe were still able to go to college and do what they want and whatever, but are still just struggling. So yeah, I thank God for school. I pray for those who are not as lucky to be able to go, etc., what I just said. And I thank him for this last semester, getting so close with the people I got close with, and my senior class. And I thank him for that. I thank him for my senior film and it turning out, I guess, the best. I guess I'm proud of it. I don't know. I can't really look at it anymore, but I thank him for getting through like my senior screening and just everything that school brought me and just the privilege to be able to go. So that's that. And then the next kind of section of the prayer, it's kind of weird to say it like that, but the next like little section of the prayer after that, I normally thank him for there's a guy. The next section, I normally thank him for freedom and living in a country with freedom. And just the blessing of being able to wake up every day and like actually truly be able to do really whatever it is that I desire. Obviously, to an extent, if I have to work, I have to work. I can call out. I don't have a super strict job. I can call out if I want, and I can go to the damn beach and have, like, I don't know, like, I just, to an extent, I am lucky enough to be able to wake up every day and truly be able to do whatever my heart desires, and that is an extraordinary blessing. And not everyone gets to say that they have that. There are people right now, as I'm like talking, there are people who are literally at war. There are people who are under a dictatorship. There are people who have no freedom whatsoever. There are people who are literally just surviving. That is all their mind is thinking about, is surviving. Where can I get food? Where can I get water? Whatever the case is. Like, I'm talking about all across the world, but also in this country. I mean, I know I said, like, thank you for me living in this country, but there are people who are also struggling with different aspects in this country too. And so I really pray for the people who are not as fortunate, because I know, like, freedom is an incredible blessing, and not everyone gets to say that they have that. And so I thank him for that. And again, like, normally I say, like, this guy who just walked out is so ridiculous. I see him all the time. Half the time he's freaking barefoot in the elevator. Disgusting. Anyways, I don't even know where he's going because he's passed all the cars, so he's not going to his car. That's really funny. He's silly. Anyways, I'm sorry. I thank him for freedom. I thank him for giving me the blessing to experience that. I have no idea why I deserve it and how I was lucky enough to have that, I guess, but I really thank him for that, and I pray for, like, everything I said already, the people who are in other countries or in this country who are just not as lucky. All of these things kind of combine into this part of the prayer, I guess, because there's so much to every single one of these things. And it's just like, there's so much you could say about all of them, but I guess just praying for all of those people who are not as lucky to live in a safe place where they have freedom. I guess that's the simplest way to say it, but yeah. And then my last, like, target kind of prayer or, like, topic is, like, I just say, like, thank you for all of the opportunities that you've given me. And that's so broad, but like for the past, present, and my future, just with school, work, as I said earlier, church, volunteering, like vacations, just like relationships, like all of these things are opportunities that I learned from, and just things that overall have made my life better. I mean, obviously there's things in there that like there's struggles in there that but like they taught me a lot, and whatever comes with each of those things. But thank you for all of the opportunities that you have given me and what they've brought me, and normally I just say, like, they've made me who I am, and they've taught me so much, and they've just made my life a whole lot better. So thank you for that. And thank you, like, I've already kind of gone into depth with like school and work, but like with relationships and friendships, all of that aspect of it, like, thank you for what they've taught me and how they've made me who I am and how they've shaped me and all of that. And thank you for vacations, because I know not like it might feel like so many people get to go to so many cool places and travel so much. Like, it's so easy to see that, like, on Instagram or whatever, like all these people going to such cool places and whatever, but like it is actually quite rare for people to be able to travel and go on vacations and see the world. Like, there are people who do not leave their town or like a 2-mile radius of them their entire life. Like, maybe I'm off base, but like I feel like that's true. Like, there are people who don't get to experience the world like that, and I feel like it's more people than any of us think, for sure. And I pray for those people that they find that feeling in whatever way they can, because it's truly an incredible blessing to be able to feel that. Like infinite, like everything is gonna be okay. And I just, like, I know that's what I've felt when I've been able to travel to new places and experience new people and new cultures. And like, that's just, it's shaped who I am. And it's really important. And it's like, a lot of people don't get to experience that. And I've been very lucky to be able to experience that a lot as a kid and growing up. And I guess I just, like, I just pray for the people who are not as lucky to experience that, because it's an incredible blessing. And I hope that they find that feeling in whatever way they can. So, lastly, what I do to just kind of wrap it all up is just like say, like, thank you again for truly every single thing that you have given me. Every single thing. Everything that I've mentioned, everything that I have forgot to mention, everything that I don't even think about, that I'm completely unaware of. Thank you for every single thing that you have given me. Just forever and always, thank you. And then I pray for anyone and everyone in this world, but especially those less fortunate than me, in whatever way that may be. And I pray again that they find peace, comfort, love, hope, joy, safety, anything of that sort. I pray that they find that in whatever way they can. And I just, anyone I've come across, anyone I've never come across, whatever, truly anyone and everyone in this world, I pray for them. And yeah. And then sometimes I pray for just like goals of mine, but it feels a little selfish sometimes, even though I'm just praying for strength. But so sometimes I just say, like, I pray for strength and motivation for the goals that I have and to achieve the life that I am imagining for myself, I guess. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, but so normally that's it. And then I just say again, like, truly thank you for every single thing that you have given me. I am beyond blessed, and thank you for me being aware of these things. I mean, there's so many people who have so many blessings who do not think twice about it. And I'm thankful that I'm at least aware of what I have and can at least thank you for it, I guess. But yeah, thank you. And that's it. That is it. That is the prayer that I try and do every night, and just talk to the man upstairs. So I don't know if anyone cared about any of that, but it's been through a lot of changes, and it used to be much simpler, but since I've been aware of each and every one of these things, I can't really not say them because it makes it seem like I'm like brushing it off and like taking it for granted, and I don't want to do that. So I feel like I've gotten to a good place. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. But anyways, I don't know. This is long enough. So that is my nightly talk with God and prayer, and maybe anyone cares about that. So na 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 na